हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू परीक्षा। नमस्कार, वह परीक्षा में आपका स्वागत है। एंड ये हमारी दूसरी क्लास है इन द फ्रीक्वेंटली आस्क्ड और इम्पोर्टेंट एनटीए क्वेश्चन सीरीज. Important NTA question. So in these classes we are taking up the question that have been asked by NTA in the previous examinations, in the various previous examination, and we are just giving you an idea of NTA exam, and most probably some of the questions will get followed with the same pattern in upcoming CGPDTM exam or any other NTA exam. So this video might be useful for anyone who is preparing for any exam that will be conducted by NTA. तो ये वीडियो हम सबके लिए ज़रूरी है जो किसी ऐसे एग्ज़ाम के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं जो एनटीए कर रहा है या कराने वाला है, क्योंकि जो इसमें क्वेश्चंस का पैटर्न होगा वो एनटीए विल फॉलो अगेन. तो ये हमारी दूसरी क्लास है. क्लास 1 देखने के लिए आप हमारे चैनल पे चल जाके देख सकते हैं क्लास 1 वीडियो अंडर द प्लेलिस्ट ऑफ CGPDTM. हमारे चैनल का नेम है YT.परीक्षा and you can watch this video on our channel. Like, give me a minute. YT.pariksha. Okay, so without delaying much, let's start with the questions. So as earlier one, this is the first question which is from DI. So we will follow the question and the table, and I want you all to please either sit it with the pen or paper or just take a photo of this table so that we don't have to redirect back again and again. Like the other first one, I am also taking up the picture. So the question says the following table shows a number of first language speaker in million out of the 7 most widely spoken languages, namely English, Chinese, Spanish, Russian, French, Portuguese, Arabic, and there are 3,800 known languages spoken worldwide, and 1/7 are expected to die out over the next 40 years, and 72.5 of all the predicted language will die out. Like 72.5 are predicted to die out in next 100 years. Among all the languages, 72.5 are predicted out next in to die out in next 100 years. And as a first language, 3/7 of the world population speak the 7 most widely spoken languages, and a further 1.7 billion speak one of the 7 languages as a second language based on the data in the table given below. So if we see up the table, so this table says English is spoken by 1386 people as their first language. Then Chinese, it is spoken by 1000. Then Spanish 280 million. Then Russian is 270 million. French is 220 million. Portuguese is 160 million, and Arabic is 140 million. Sadly, Hindi is not here. We have to follow up the question only. So, like every question, I am sure there will be a question of average or something. So let's add the data to get safer. So if we add all this data, we will go to 1386 plus 1000, 1386 plus 1000 plus 280 plus 270 plus 220 plus 160 and plus 140. So it will come up around 2300 and this 280, and it will go to 2560. So it will add up around 3456 million, as the data is in million, so we have added million. Now come up to the first question. So how many speaker of the 7 most widely spoken languages are there? spoken as either first or second languages. So we have been given like how many speakers. So according to the question, if we see the question, I am again redirect back. It says 3/7 as a first language. 3/7 of the world population speaks. This is here. 3/7 of world population speak the seven most widely spoken languages. So this 3, 4, 5, 6 is the equals to 3/7. Further, 1.6 billion speak one of the seven languages as the second language. So we have got the data about population in these lines only. So if we again redirect to the question, so it says 3/7 of world population uh, speaks the seven most widely languages. So if we follow it, so it is like a total number of speaker or first or second speaker. So it is like 3, 4, 5, 6 plus we have been given in the question 1.7 million billion people also spoke either of these languages as second languages. So 1.7 billion is equals to 1.1700 million. So if we add both of them, we get around 3, 4, 7, 5, 1, 5, 6. 5156 million, which is equivalent to 5.6 billion. 5.116 156 billion. 156 billion. So this is the number of seven of most widely spoken people. So the answer will be 5.156 billion. This one. Now, which suggested answer most clearly represent the fraction of first language speaker of the seven most widely spoken languages that speak French or Spanish. So the number of French language speakers. So if we see the question in again, it is 220. For French, it is 220. Here it is. So it is 220 for French. So total number of first language speaker of seven languages are 3, 4, 5, 6. And out of 3, 4, 5, 6, 220 million spoke uh, French or Spanish as their first. As in question, it is asked French or Spanish. Like here in the question, it is given French or Spanish. So what we will do is we will do 220 plus 280 of French. It will be over to 500. This is 5. Now total are 3, 4, 5, 6. We already added them. So 500 divided by 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will come up somewhere around if we divide it like 500 divided by 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be 0 point, it will go once, so 1, then 16 will be left. So 3 into 4, 12, 4, then again 3 left and 4 and 5. So it will come up around this. So if we go by this, so comparing to the these answer with the like options given, so it will be somewhere around 0.1 and this one will be around 0.1429, slightly near to our answer. 1.6 will be somewhere equals to 0.1667 and 1.5 is 0.2. So if we see this one is near to our answer, so this will be the answer. Now how many speakers are there of all language predicted to die out? So based on the information provided, we know that there are 3800 known languages. In the question it hasn't been given 3800 known languages. ये क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है. And we know that 1.7 of these languages are expected to die out. Like 1.7 will be expected to die out of 3800 in next 40 years. But it is not given number of people. Uh, like in question, it is not asking languages. It is asking how many speakers. Like here, it is mentioned to how many speakers. But in question, it is given that 1.7 of these languages will die out, not the speakers. So not no information about the speaker, not given about any speakers. Sorry for the writing. I hope it is readable. But therefore, based on the information, we cannot determine. Like nothing is given about the speakers. Only the languages area is given only. So we cannot say number of speakers to die out. So the answer for this will be cannot tell. So you have to remember this as well. Like NTA sometimes asks this question repeatedly. I have seen one. Like they will give you some options, but they manipulate you with the questions, and some people will mark this answer as 3.8 or 5.2. But the question asks about the number of people, not about the languages. So read the question carefully as well. Now coming to the next question, it says how many languages are expected to die out over next 100 years. So according to question, like 72.5% of all the languages will die out. So total languages were 30 to 30, like 72.5 of 38 100 will be die out. So we will solve it by 0.725 into 3800, and we will get the answer. So this will come around 7. If we solve it, we will get this answer somewhere around 2, then 3, 6, 2, 7. So somewhere around 2, 7. So it will be like 2755 is the right answer. You can like calculate this value with the calculator and find the answer. And this will be the answer. It will somewhere around 27. So only this option is starting with 27. So this will be the answer. Now, which suggested answer is the closest estimate of portion of world's population who can speak Chinese as their first language? So 3.7 are the total number of people who speak these languages as their first languages. So 3.7, that means 3.7 was equivalent to uh, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is given in the question. 3.3 by 7th people speak any of these languages. So that implies that 3, 4, 5, 6 equals to 3.7. So if we want to get the population, we will just multiply 3, 4, 5, 6 into 7 by 3. This 7 will come here and 3 will come here. So it will get 7 by 3. Okay. So this value, then if we calculate, then it will be like 21. 42 and 42 but 2, so let's have some 2, then 3 is 3 got carry sign. So it will come up around somewhere 8053. Like if we multiply this with 7 and divide by 3, then it will come away around somewhere 8053. Like it will come up like 2, 4 and 2, 4 something, and when we will divide it with 3, we will get 8053. So population is total population is 8 0.053 billion, which is somewhere around 8.5 billion, 8.05 billion. And in the question it is given like 1000 people speak Chinese. So we will do nothing but 1000 divided by 8053. So it is clearly implying like out of every 8, near to 8, this value is near to 8, which implies like out of every 8, one speaker is 1 in 8, like one speaker is Chinese. So 1 in every 8. So if we go to the answer, this one is the right answer. Now, a man invests 5,000 in a bond. It's a question from Quant. So, man is investing a 5,000 in a bond, which gives a compound interest 4% per annum during first year, 5% per annum during second year, and 10% during third year. How much the man will get at the end of first year? So, this question is very easy. Like principal is 5,000. Then either we can do this by multiply it by 4 by 10, then into 5 by 10, and then into 1 by 10, like it will be 0.5, it will be point. I have multiplied them by like 4 by 10 is because 4 by 100 will be the right value, and if we go it like 4 by 100 can be written as a 0.4 by 10. Similarly 10 by 100 will be written as 1 by 10. That's why. So this will give us the answer, or we will, second thing, we can get it this answer from like simply multiplying. For the first year it will be 4% of 5,000, it will be 200. Then it will be 5% of the 5,000, so it will be somewhere around 25 to 50, plus we have to remember that in this 250 5,000, this 200 will also add up, so 200 5% of this 200 as well, so it will be 10. Then for the third year 5,000 for this, like 10% of the 5,000, which will be 500, then 10% of this value, so this value adds up to 460, so 46. So this answer will come where some around 5,000 plus 200 plus 260 plus 446, 546, sorry, 546. So it will be around 6006. This one will be the right answer. A man divides 8,60,000 among his 5 sons, 4 daughters, and 2 nephews. If each daughter receives 4 times as much as of each nephew, and each son receives 5 times of each nephew, then how much each daughter will receive? So if nephew's value equals to x, then son's value will be equals to like 5 times, so 5x, and for a daughter it will be 4x. Now we will multiply this number by number of nephews, son, and daughter. So number of nephews is like he has 2 nephews, so 2. He has 5 sons, so it will be 5, and he has 4 daughters. Now we will add up. This will be like 2x, this will be 25x, and this will be like 16x. Now if we add up these all, it will come up to like 6, 31, and 41, and 43. So 43x. Now 43x value is 86000. Now it is clearly like 43 into 2 is 86. So this comes easy now. We get x equals to 20,000, and if x equals to 20,000, then this value is equals to 40. This value will be equals to 5 lakh. And this will be like 3,20,000. Now, how question answers how much does daughter receive? So question is how much does each daughter receive? So each daughter will receives like there are four daughter, and for four daughter it is 16x. So for one daughter it will be 4x. So 4x like 4 into 20. So it will be like 80,000 will each daughter will receive. Now which of the following is expression has a value equals to 1? Now if we go by solving each and every area, then every option, then this will be equals to 0.011. We can write it as 0.011 and divide it by 1.1 to 1.1 to 0.01 to 0.01. Now if we see in this question, for every 1.1 multiplied by 1.01, this value will somewhere equivalent to 0.011 upon the same. Like if we multiply it, it will become 0.011 and 0.011. Like every 1.1 when multiplied by this value, it will be equivalent to 0.011. You can multiply. So this will cancel out this. One option will cancel out this, and this will again these will be cancelled out. So we will get 1 here. Now we are getting 1 in this. So this is the answer. Let's check about other options as well. So it says 1.1 multiplied by 0.1. So we can like guess from other options directly, like it is 0.11, but here it will come around if we multiply 1.1 by 0.1, it will come 0.11, but it is 1.1 ka square and it is 0.11 only. So it is like somewhere 1.1 then again multiplied by 1.1. So this value go higher than this one, like you can directly deduct it, like it is reducible. You can see like if there should be 2 in both the thing. Now in this question it is clearly 10th, like 10th part of this. If it is 1, it is 10th, and it is like 2 times. So here it will become 11 into 0.01, same into 11 into 0.01, and if we multiply this 11 into 0.01, 11. So here the answer will come somewhere around like the lower one will go to 0.011 part, which will give us 100 as the answer. So this one will also not giving us the answer. This one is also not giving us the answer. Now for the last one, if we see directly, it is the same one as the above one, but only one option is missing here. Like here is not a square. So again it will come up somewhere near to 1 by 100, because only one is missing. So this is also not answer. So answer 1, like first option will be the right answer for this question. First one will be the right answer. Now if a certain coding language fraction is coded as CARF, NOIT, and system is coded as SysMet, then coding language, how material will be coded. So we are clearly seeing fraction is it right in reversed form, FRAC, and then the further things are written like from backwards to front, so NOIT. Similarly, in system, it is written as backward, like here, and the further ones are written in the reverse form, like MET. T. Then it will be for the given question, which is material, like Material. So here there are eight digits, and similar to function. So 4 will be written from back. So how it will be written as, it is will be somewhere E, then T, then A, then M, and these are again written from L, A, I, and R. So which option matches with R is this one option, I guess MAIR or LAIR. This one is the right answer. Reasoning. Just look at the reasoning. Most of the reasoning questions are like pretty easy. And for the reasoning, we will come up with the, for the good questions of reasoning, we will come up with one video. We will in which we will tell the like adding up where in the questions where the digit will add up, then square is taken. Like some higher level reasoning question, we will come up with a video for that. Now this is a good question for reasoning, like 51, then 153, then 76.5, and 229.5, 114.75, and 344.25. So this is some good level good reasoning question. So I don't know if you are deducing the logic in this or not by the as of now, but if you have practice more, you are रेडी विद यू मस्ट बी रेडी विद योर आंसर्स. लाइक आपने अगर प्रैक्टिस किया होगा तो आपको आंसर अब तक पता चल चुका होगा इस क्वेश्चन का. ये क्वेश्चन में कुछ भी नहीं है. इफ यू सी द पैटर्न, what is happening here is like the first digit is multiplied by 3, and then it is divided by 2, and again it is multiplied by 3, and then divided by 2. How I have got the answer is, I looked at the third option. It started with 0.5, and then fourth one is also started with 0.5, which gave me an idea like either it is divided or multiplied. And then the third. So once one answer is came up with 0.5, then it started with some multiplication of 0.5 only. So this gave me some idea of finding out like this series must have been processed here. So for multiplied by 3, then divide by 3, then again 114 will be multiplied by 3, and 344 needs to be divided by 2. So if we divide 344.25 by 2, we will get the value somewhere around half of 344, which is 172. Then for 25, the half of 25 will be 250. It is like read it as 250, and then we have divided it by 2, then we get 172.125, which is our option 1 is our right answer. Now, which of the following statement is logically equivalent to the statement no frogs are mammal? So no frogs are mammal. So for this question, no mammals are frogs. Like the answer should be equivalent to the statement no frogs are mammal. So how we can say no frogs are mammal? How alternatively we can say? We can say it as like no mammals are frogs. No mammal are frogs. So only option 1 says the same. This one will be the right answer. We don't have to like now read other options as it is not saying. We can check them as well, but if we got an answer, we can say that option is the right answer. All mammals are non-frogs. It is saying the opposite things. Then some non-mammals are non-frogs. So it is deducing like some mammals are not frogs. So it is talking about some. So someone like the question which have some will be cancelled directly. So we had to check only this one, which was not right. And we already checked the first one, so we got the right answer. Now, which of the following propositions are so related that they cannot both be false, although they may both be true? So in this, we can see all tiger are man eaters. Okay, the statement one says all tiger are man eater. Like I will write it. So all are man eater. Then B1 says some tigers are man eater. So some are man eater implies like some are not man eaters. Like if some only some are eating, then there will be a possibility like some are not eating. And D1 says like no tiger are man eater. Like no tiger eats man. So A or D are like completely opposite. So they are not relating. Also the B and C are not relating with the C as well, D as well, because they are talking about some. So D should always like they should, for relating to B or C, D should have like some word in there in its statement. So D is like we are ready with it. D is not answer. So questions with answers with D uh, like are cancelled out. Option with D are cancelled out. So these two won't be the answer. Now also A is talking about all, but B and C are talking about some. So A will also will not be considered. So only one option had B and C. B and C will be the right answer for this. Now SDG goal, also known as. So what was Sustainable Development Goal? So the Sustainable Development Goal are also known as Agenda 230 or Agenda 30. It is because this global framework adopted by UN General Assembly in September 2015, which outlines 17 interconnected goals. Like in SDG, SDG had 17 goals, and September 2015, it is taken as like in September 2015, SDG is adopted. And the goal covered wide range like poverty, health, well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water, etc. So the timeline for achieving this goal was timeline was 2030. That's why it is also referred as SDG or Agenda 30. So the question option 1 will be the right answer for this question. This one will be the right answer. Now, the following educational institution was raised into a university in May 1958, and was established in 1911. In 1911, Delhi was also became the capital of India, owing its inception by princely donation of Tata family. So in 90s, when we talk about 1875, ahead of 1875 and behind 1970 or before 1970, we talk about JR and Tata like Jamshedji Ratanji Tata. So, which of the following institution was came up with the donation of Tata family? The question is. So the right answer for this question was is IISC Bangalore, because this one was established in 1909 with the active support of Jamshedji Ratanji Tata and Maharaja of Mysore, like JRT and Mysore Prince have combinedly came up with the idea of this university, and it was accorded the status of deemed university in 1958. Like you got two answers in this. So in IISC got the deemed status in 1956? Deemed status 1958 by UGC. Other are newer institution as compared to IISc. Now this one is from English comprehension. It was a good passage. That's why I included this passage in this video. So this passage says the Afghan pressures on Chitral, which had already been drawn close to the Indian Empire through its alliance to Kashmir in late 1876, assumed seriousness in 1882 when Kabul claimed this territory as one of its protected states. Though the government of India was quick in rebutting such claims, the reported Russian intrigues in and around Chitral caused additional concern. The newly established resident in Kashmir could hardly extend the effective control of the Darbar or even the British government of India over the turbaned chiefmanship of Hansa and Nagar. The Panjsheh crisis of 1885 also had been focusing the British military opinion on the need to make elaborate arrangements for the defense of northwest western frontier, means Pakistan or upper Kashmir, like western Kashmir. So it was not a merry coincidence that year 1885 was marked by the dispatch of two exploratory missions, one under Colonel Lockhart, the Deputy Quartermaster General of India, Quartermaster General, like he was the master of northwestern part, to survey the land south of Kush. Hindu Kush is the mountain range, and Gilgit and Chitral, and the other nay allies to Chicken Turkestan, Chinese Turkestan. Sorry, not chicken. Sorry, Turkestan and the Pamirs. Meanwhile, the Defense Committee's recommendation for extending the Srinagar-Rawalpindi Cart Road to Gilgit and Chitral had been approved by Dufferin, and the new Commander-in-Chief F. Roberts even suggested that we should have political power control over the country around Chitral and Gilgit in order to secure the approaches to the former by Dora Pass and later to the Wankan. Now I want you all to like take the photo of this comprehension. It will help in the answering the questions. Now if we come up to the question, it says who was entrusted the responsibility to survey Chinese Turkestan. So for Chinese Turkestan, it is given in the passage like out of these missions led by Colonel Lockhart, the Deputy Quartermaster General. The other was Ney Ellis. So there were two people, Ney Ellis and Colonel Lockhart. Colonel Lockhart was tasked with surveying the land of South Hindu Kush via Gilgit and Kachin, and Ney Ellis. Ney Ellis was tasked to surveying the Chinese Turkestan and Pamir. So Ney Ellis will be the correct answer. Now areas in and around Chitral witness conflicting claims from. So we can refer to the line, the first stanza of the passage, which says the Afghan pressure on Chitral, which had already been drawn close to the Indian Empire through his alliance to Kashmir in late 1876, assumed seriousness in 1882 when Kabul claimed this territory as one of its protected states, though the government of India was quick in rebutting such claims and the reported Russian institution covered the Chitral according to concern. So according to the given passage, the areas in around Chitral witnessed conflicting claims from Afghan, and additionally there were reports like a Russian intrigues and around Chitral that concern. So Russian and Afghan. So A and B. So option A and B is the right answer. Now you must be you have seen why I have recitated the passages once thoroughly, so that we don't have to read it again and again. Also mark the important points while you read the passage. You can go through the question once and then again come to read the passage. Like before reading the passage, you can go to the questions and read what type of question they have asked, and then you can mark the lines that you think have been asked in the question. This is also a good strategy. Now there are two statements, and in the light above statement, choose the most appropriate. Okay. So refer for the statement one. The approach to Chitral was through Vankhan. Okay. And the land situated south of the Hindu Kush could be approached via Chitral and Gilgit. So for this statement, we will refer to the passage. So I have passage in my mobile, so I am reading from that. I hope you also have taken the lines photo. If not, I am again redirecting back to the passage. You can take. So refer to the line, the Commander in Chief F. Roberts. So this is like the Commander in Chief F. Robert even suggested that we should have political control over the country around Chitral and Gilgit in order to secure approaches. And as per the passage, approach Chitral was Dora Pass. So also it is given in the question like the other it is given in the line like Chitral can be approached through Dora Pass. Like here it is given. It's the approaches of through Dora Pass. Now if we come to the question they have asked, there are two statements. So we will answer through that as per the question, Chitral was through Dora Pass and approached to the Gilgit through the Wanken and the land of South Hindu Kush. So clearly option 2 is not a right one. So option 3 is the right answer. Like option 1 is correct, but option 2 is incorrect. Now British were finding it challenging to control. Okay. So we will go to the option. Refer to the line. Through the government of India was quick in rebutting such claim. The reported Russian introducing again the stanza last stanza commander in chief even suggested that we should have political control. Then there is also one statement that says during the British Raj, the British faced significant challenges in controlling several regions, northern areas of Hindu subcontinent. Thus we can conclude like Chitral, Hunja and Nagar. All three were too challenging to control. So ABC will be the right answer. Then arrange the following statement in the chronological order. Okay. So Afghan to Chitral, it went in 1876. Then this one, Panjde crisis, the 1885, and Alliance of Kashmir. It is 18. Sorry, the Alliance of Chitral to Kashmir is 1876. This one is 1882. Sorry, 1882. So if we go through the chronology, we get CAB, like CAB, like 1876, then 1885. Sorry, 1882, then 1885. CAB is the right answer for this. So these were the questions that we have gone through. I hope these must have give you some idea to our to the question that has been asked by NDA. Also, I will ask you to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more videos like these. And if it has helped you somewhere in preparing for, also you can join our Telegram. If like this is a common Telegram, and if you are preparing for net JRF, we have some PhD students on board which will help you will help you. They are all JRF qualified from IIT Delhi and South Asian University, so they will help you in like net JRF. Also you can follow us on Instagram, you can see us on Facebook, and on YouTube you are already seeing us live. So thank you for being with Pariksha. Have a great day. Bye.